On behalf of your host, Steve D, this is Bruce Buffer saying thank you for tuning in to Xtreme Lyfe. And now, this is the moment Xtreme Lyfe fans around the world have been waiting for. It's time!
People in the gym, you're not.
Oh, I just kicked on the recorder. So,
all right, good.
Yeah. No, I just want to make, because if I don't do that, I'll forget. No, yeah. I mean, I do. I could still outwork a lot of people in the gym. The problem is, like, now I have to lay there for a while afterwards. I can't just get up, and I used to fall down half a mountain and keep running. Now I got to kind of go, okay, did I break a hip?
But you eventually get back up again.
What's that?
I said you eventually get back up again. You're good. Eventually.
It takes a little while sometimes, but I get back up. Have to evaluate if I broke it. Have to evaluate if I broke anything, if everything's okay. If I busted a hip, who the hell knows,
No, it does suck getting older. That's for sure. I didn't think I would start to feel it, but I'm starting to feel it.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what, I wanted to bring you on and talk about, because I was, I'm a huge fan and a friend, and it's great having you on. I love having you on all the time. Oh yeah. I mean, anytime, that. And, I mean, anybody down at, LAW MMA and you've had some of the best trainers in the world. You work there, you train down there, you train other people. So it's just you have this awesome story and just an amazing, you've built an amazing career out of it. Became the New York State Kickboxing Champ, the Intercontinental Champ. I see your belt sitting back there. Is that your belt?
That's one of them. Yeah, that's one of them.
That's one of the belts.
I have a few.
Yeah. And, and you're just an all around great person. I love talking to you, and we always usually have a good conversation, and I love coming down to train with you. We always have fun doing that. And, I got to get back down there one of these days, cause I'm just,
but it's also such a trek for you, but we'll make it worth it. You'll do the Old Man Fight Club. You'll get a good workout in.
The Old Man Fight Club. Oh,
and by no means is Old Man Fight Club what it sounds like. You should be more afraid to enter that. These guys are good. and they're such good guys. They like feed off each other's energy. So it's fun to be around.
Well, I know Edwin's a good guy, and had an opportunity to train with him briefly down there that one day. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Just a matter for me, it's just time, man. Time is the
and it's a long drive.
Yeah, it takes me a long drive. Takes me an hour and a half to get down there, each way. So that's about 3 hours of just driving. Which, like I said, the training down there is amazing, and the people are amazing. And to go to such a high level gym, it's not like you're going to, it's not like you're going to like the Robo gym a Globo gym down the corner, you're going to LAW MMA. I mean, it's legendary,
Yeah, but you fit in good. I mean, you give off such a good vibe. So that's why everyone loves to work with you and appreciates your support for sure.
I love being down there. I just had Pumi on last week.
Love that.
Oh, he's a great dude. I love him too. He's awesome. He we were talking about his last fight, and he's dominating. You have so many people down there just dominating right now. I mean,
it is crazy. We're on a good tear right now. We have a good solid group of guys that are coming up the ranks too.
Yeah.
We have the Weidmans and the Iquintas that paved it, and now all these other guys are just coming up the ranks quick.
Oh yeah, I mean, you got Pumi Nakuda, who I think he's going to get a call someday soon to the UFC.
Oh, definitely,
without a doubt.
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, he hasn't lost a fight at all, and he's been dominating. I mean, the last fight, I didn't get him losing one round in that fight.
He's so fast. So fast.
Well, that flyweight stuff, man. Those guys are so
crazy. You need a taser to stop them from moving.
Oh yeah. They're all over the place. They're just, and their engine, his engine is just incredible. That's one of the things I'm like impressed by. It's like it's nonstop.
Well, that's a lot by us. Like on our guys, they're all well-rounded because we all go through the same conditioning. So we take that one problem out of an equation in a fight. Like we'll always be ready. That's not going to be we're not going to lose a fight because of our cardio.
Yeah, you're not going to gas out. You're not going to gas out.
Not going to happen. Definitely not.
And who else is on a tear right now? Justin Montalvo's on a mad tear right now.
Another good kid. And he's been around forever. So, I mean, but another one puts the work in, is there before anyone, stays after everybody, always working and willing to help everybody. That's how he got so good. He just moves around with everybody and wants to help everybody. Just a really good kid. Yeah. He's come a long way.
No, and he's definitely on this mad tear right now. Another one who's on this crazy streak that's probably going to get a call at some
point. Oh no, definitely. Near future. So those two are definitely on the radar for sure. We're very lucky. We have a good group.
And you got Matt Frivola fighting this week coming up. So.
Another good guy. I'm excited for this week, and he's going to do good. It's been a good role. Like Caitlin just fought, who I was so happy for that. So that's a good win that started, and Frivola will keep it going.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's kind of funny. I was at Pumi's fight down at Atlantic City in the Hard Rock, and I'm sitting up in one of the, I'm pretty close to the cage. I'm sitting up, and I'm sitting right behind an older gentleman. We're talking. It come to find out he's Matt Frivola's grandfather.
Oh shoot!
So we were bullshitting.
Small world.
Yeah. So we were bullshitting. Awesome. Yeah, we were bullshitting for a while. Matt came over, and it was pretty cool. But so let's get into, you've had a great run. You've been fighting for, I don't know, what year did you start? I know you told me before, but you started fighting.
It's so funny because I actually just brought this up the other day. My first fight was in 2001. So that's 21 years.
Yeah. 21 years ago.
That's a lot.
21 years of getting punched in the face.
Yeah. And I can't imagine why. It's hard to get up some mornings. I'm like, ugh. Somebody roll me into work.
Why does this hurt? I don't know. Could be the 21 years of getting kicked and punched and, And
then I had to put it together. I mean, you don't think about it. Time just goes by so quick.
Yeah. And, 21 years of fighting. Countless fights. You became the champ. When did you win the title? I don't remember. I know you probably told me that too. It was probably what?
I want to say that was my third pro fight or fourth pro fight, 2014.
Okay.
That was my first pro title shot.
Yeah. So, and you've hung on to that title and defended it successfully ever since. Your last fight, I had the privilege of being at,
and I got a great promo video from it.
Yeah.
That was such a good video.
I was just right there. I was at the right place, the right time. Here, let's see if this works here. Hang on. Let's see if I can pull this up.
Oh boy.
Can you see it?
Yep. I see it.
Cool.
No, the slow-mo is everything.
Oh yeah. This is actually, it's going to go full speed. What are you thinking in this spot? I mean, when you're walking through this and going through this, what's going through your mind here?
I just remember being there, and in that moment, I have never felt like such direct contact with somebody's face. Like everything, the range
here comes. Sorry, here comes. I just love it. Watch. Boom. Good night.
Oh, it just connected, and that I didn't even plan for that left kick. Really, I was just walking it up from the momentum of the cross, and my leg was just there. I throw that all the time in sparring, and on the pads we work it, but it just kind of happened right then and there.
Yeah, I mean, it was like everybody was like, holy crap, what the hell just happened? I mean, we just saw that. I mean, at first you're like, what just went on? Because it happened so quickly, right? That's why I had to run a slow-mo on it. When I ran a slow-mo, I was like, oh.
And I was almost hesitant to go at her initially because my original opponent fell out because she got COVID. And this girl was supposed to be better on paper than the other girl. And I knew this girl, who I'm actually fighting now coming up, is tough. So I was like, yeah, all right, these girls fight.
Right? You're fighting Zapata. What's that? Zapata, right? You're fighting next? Yeah. She's tough. She's a tough girl.
She's tough. I fought her once before. So I know it's going to be a dog fight, and it's going to be a matter of who's tougher and who has the cardio. So I didn't know what to expect with this girl. So the first push kick that I landed on her, I was like, oh, I hurt her. And I just saw it. I saw her eyes roll in the back. I was like, this is it. Yeah. And then I felt bad.
Well, that's at the end of the tape. And I didn't play that. I probably should have, because that's the other thing. And I think, the sign of a true champion is humility. And I think and you had genuine concern for her.
I really did. I thought I don't know, the way she went down, I've never hit anybody like that. And I've never connected the way I did, and I saw it in her face. You know, I want to win. I want to display my talents. I don't want to kill anybody. I don't want, you know, she's got a family. I don't know, because I know how it affects my family and friends. So I felt bad.
Well, it's a sport, right? I mean, when it comes down to it, it's sport. It's not combat. It's a combat sport, but you're not trying to kill anyone. You're trying to just go in there. You're trying to win the fight, and you got to do what you got to do to win that fight. However, at the end of the day, when that fight's over and somebody's standing and somebody's not, or somebody's hand's being raised and the other person's not, you know, you're still a person. You're still a human, and you still have to have that, you know, okay, you know, I mean, we're friends now, right? It's like, you know, we weren't friends a minute ago.
Right. As long as I knew she was okay, then I would celebrate. But I didn't want to look. A couple of years ago, I got knocked out at the Garden, and the girl stood above me and then made like a video of my head bouncing off the video. Like, to me, we're a professional. Yeah, we want to win, but I'm not looking to actually. I don't know. I get it. Like, she was super excited, but again, you're a professional. Step back, and that's still a human being on the floor. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, some people just don't. I don't know if they just don't connect the dots.
Yeah.
That, you know, you could have just seriously injured somebody for life.
Right.
You know, or God forbid, killed them.
Right.
You know, I mean, this is a sport where people can't, you know, this stuff has happened. People have died in the cage, you know, or
that's what I mean. Right. And you're a professional. Yeah. Be happy by all means. You literally did what nobody else has done before, but make sure I'm not dead first before you start having a parade.
Pick your arm up and drop it a couple times.
Like, I mean, come on, and then do your thing, girl. Go out, do your thing. But I don't know. There's just levels to this, and I don't know if it's just because it stems from me as a person or what Ray has kind of taught me over the years. But you just don't. There's no reason for that.
Well, I think it's just ingrained in you know, your character, right? I think, you know, your character is, you know, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to do what I got to do. It's kind of like if I approached it, and I was going to ask you about the mindset going into a fight. But, you know, I think, you know, if I was going to go in, I'm coming in there, I'm going to be like, okay, I'm not friends with you right now.
Right.
I'm going to fuck you up. That's my goal. I'm going to fuck you up the best way I can and do the best damage I can do just to get the win. As soon as that happens, then I'm going to be like, okay, are you all right? Are you know?
Right, of course, because that's just also the athlete in us, the competitor in us, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think any good competitor has that, you know, I'm going to die on this hill kind of mentality, right? I'm going to go in here and, you know, anybody I've ever known who's been an elite athlete, who's been training to be an elite athlete, who's really had success, has always had that, you know, I'm going to go all in, you know, with everything I got, you know, with the, you know, you heard in the Rocky movie, the Eye of the Tiger, right? I mean, to not be corny, but it's kind of true. You got to come in with that, you know, you got to come in with that explosive violence. And then,
because the minute you slip, somebody else is going to catch you on it.
Oh yeah. You go in there and hesitate. I mean, that's
a matter of inches, a matter of seconds. That's it.
That's it. So at the point where you threw that push kick on her and you realized, okay, I just hurt her. What goes through your mind now? It's like, is it okay? I'm going in and I'm going in. Yeah. Cause you felt,
don't forget, like if you have somebody hurt, they're also dangerous. You don't know at any point they could throw a rabid punch and you could walk into it because you're getting so excited. So I don't know. Everything just started clicking. I wanted to get her out of there quick.
Yeah. Well, a desperate fighter is a dangerous fighter, right? I mean, you know that. We've both probably seen that 1,000 times where you get somebody who's dominating the fight and they're going in, they're dominating. And you're like, there's no way they're losing this fight. And then the other person just throws this wild shit.
That's it. And you walk right into it then.
And knocks them out. And you're like, whoa, what
it is crazy.
That's why you never bet on MMA.
No, you can't. Not unless you have money to lose.
No, because even if you have the best, like Amanda Nunes, that
That's
fight
so crazy.
Threw me, and I was, I don't know, what did you think about that?
But you know, I was watching her going in. Of course, now hindsight looking back, Amanda just didn't look how she usually looks. I don't know. And Juliana was hungry. Yeah. You can't slip. You can't get comfortable at the top.
Yeah.
There's always somebody hungry.
Yeah. No, that's it. It's kind of like, oh God, I can't remember who said it, but it's hard to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and do road work when you're sleeping in silk pajamas.
But how true is that, right? It's all about mindset, like you said before. That's everything. And I think she's at a different place in her life now. She just had a baby with her wife or partner. So you never know. Maybe she just lost that part in her career.
And she might have just, she might have been distracted. There might have been other things going on. You never know. I mean, we all could
so much goes into it.
Yeah, we could all sit outside and say, okay, here's what happened. Here's what happened. And I always kind of say that whenever somebody gets hypercritical on somebody losing a fight or something, I always say, you don't know what was going on that day. That person could have just, we all have a day where we're vulnerable. We all have a day.
And you wake up and you say no, and you hope it's not on fight day, but it does happen.
Oh, yeah. You wake up not feeling well. I mean, there's all kinds of shit that goes on. And if I know fighters, here's the thing. You wake up not feeling well, you're still going to fight.
You have no choice. I'll drag my leg into that ring if I have to and throw it over my shoulder. Like, I'm fighting. Like, that's just how I am.
I'm going to hit you with it.
It still counts, right? It's connected. Does that still count?
Hey, I think
I'm going to say that counts.
As long as you throw it, right?
It's still connected to me. As long as it's still connected, I think I'm good. I think that's fair.
Yeah, no. And so, I was shocked, when I guess you posted, the first I heard of it was when you posted My Last Dance, right? And
yeah.
Like, oh, shit. And, after 21 years of fighting and several of those years being the champ, the decision to retire. I mean, can you share a little bit about where did that come from? What happened? I mean, is it just something you've been thinking about for a while, or is it something that just?
I guess I've been thinking about it, but never really thought of actually taking the step to do it. I live in reality. I know I can't fight forever. And I don't want to be one of those people that are fighting. They're like, oh, now I'm trying to get my face back again.
Sorry I don't know what the hell happened. All of a sudden I just lost all power. Everything just went. And I don't know. That's honestly never happened before.
Well, not to make you feel bad. I'm glad it was you and not me, though.
That's all right. No worries. Like I said, luckily I backed things up, so we should be okay. I just got to pull up, everything I got to download from the cloud now. So normally,
hopefully you don't see my face like tapping it, going, "Are you there? Is it me?"
That will be awesome.
That would be horrible. I'm all up close like this. What's going on?
That's the promo. That's
exactly it. Watch this girl. She's a little special.
That's the promo. No, I don't know. Like I said, everything just I went dead, and it only lasted for like a second, and then it went right back up. And I was like, and you're not there. I'm like, shit. So,
I didn't know if I was supposed to stay or get back out. So I just stood there for a second.
Yeah. I wasn't really sure what to do either. So I kind of just, I said, okay, well, I guess I lost that link. Let me throw another link up. And that's kind of what I did. And then I forgot to copy the password to you. And then, I'm a little special. I'm a little special too. I think I have CTE.
Well, that's why we get along so well.
Yeah. I told
Ray always taught me water seeks its own level. So there you go.
That's it. And you and I get along great. So we're
there you go.
Yeah. No, I mean, I told someone today, I was like, yeah, I think I got a TBI. I don't know.
Anything is possible.
Yeah. Well, part of it's age, part of it's, just putting myself through abuse for many, many years. But I think where we was before I lost all my communication here. We were talking about your decision to retire.
Yeah, I don't know how far you heard, but I said, I didn't want to be one of those people like, oh God, this girl's fighting again. Like, somebody get her out of here. Like, sometimes you cringe when you see certain people still fighting. You're like, ah. And I'm sure people judge me because I still fight at my age, but it has nothing to do with a number.
Yeah. And, I mean, you're in your, I guess early 40s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, we've seen people fight in their 40s before. I mean, I think, it's not something that's outside. When you start getting like, up there and up there and up there, I think, the longer you do it, the thing is, yeah, people start to judge the longer you do it, I think, especially if you start to slow down a little bit. They're like, oh, it would have been better if you were retired 10 years ago. I get it. You don't want to be one of those, still.
I'd rather retire on top too. And I'm lucky enough that I have Ray and I have Neglia. They would never let me get to that point.
Yeah.
But I want to do it on my own terms. And, it stinks because I do feel like I'm getting better as the years progress, which is crazy. But another reason just to leave it while I'm not top. And I'm in a good place in my personal life. So everything is kind of settling in. New chapter.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all, you know? And here's the thing. I mean, if you ever start to miss it, you always got the gym there. You can roll around, you know, you could do whatever, you could throw some shots there. You could go and spar. I mean, that's always, you're not retiring from the gym at all, right? You're just.
Oh, no, definitely not. If anything, I could probably help out even more now because, it's hard to split the time up with everyone and focus on yourself and focus on your personal life. It's a big balance. So I'm still going to train. I'm still going to train every day with Longo. I'm still going to stay in shape because I still have people like Mia, Diana, and I've been working with Delemy again. Like these are all people that I love to work with. And it's still a sport. I can still work out and stay healthy and help out around all I can. Yeah,
no. And I think that's great. I mean, and that's the thing. You're just retiring from the active combat sport itself.
Right. I'm saving my brain of what's left.
Yeah. And I think that's smart, because I think we all know those fighters that stuck around a little too long. Right. And
even me, like I've only been fighting for 21 years, but I do have moments where I'm like, what was I just doing? And I'm sure a lot of that has to do with getting punched in the head so long.
Yeah. I was telling you before, I walked around for a while before looking for my keys with my keys in my hand. So, I mean,
that's what I mean. So I don't want to make later in life that much harder either, just because I'm stubborn.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that's smart. It's a smart thing. It's got to be a hard decision though. I mean, it was a very kind of like, I'm sure you struggled with that. Mm-hmm. Did you talk to anybody about it? Did you run that past? I'm sure you talked to Ray and,
well, Ray just says even to me, is like, it's just crazy because you keep getting better. So, and you're going to keep getting better even when you stop fighting. So yeah, my family's ecstatic. They wanted me to retire like 10 years ago. Okay. But it's got to be on my terms. Otherwise I'm not going to be okay with it. So
yeah.
I could have easily retired last fight, go out on a knockout, but I didn't feel it. I really ultimately wanted to retire at the Capitale, but I don't know if that venue is going to happen again. And I don't know. I wanted a little bit more of a tougher fight. I've had only tough fights my whole career. And again, by all means, that girl was tough, but I want to fight.
I think she was tough, but I could tell, and I'm going to, just as an observer from that fight, when you guys, I mean, at first I was like, okay, she looks like she's tough, Yeah. And as you guys were locking up and squaring off a little bit. And then once I saw the difference though, I mean, there's something to be said about Longo striking, right? When you train with Longo and his style of striking, there's something special there, it's more of a precise, poised kind of, you're throwing shots that are going to count, right?
And I was very comfortable. I was very relaxed. And I think like I tell you all the time, when you're relaxed, you're dangerous. It's true. When you don't have that extra anxiety and you're able to move quick, you see stuff, everything flows so much better. And I was relaxed, even though it was freezing and raining on me. Yeah. I was relaxed.
Well, it was actually, I liked that venue. I thought that venue was really cool.
No, it was really cool. If it wasn't raining, I think it'd be even better.
Oh yeah. And plus it was starting to get a little chilly, I mean, it was, but they did a really nice job. I really liked being outside. I would definitely go to an event there again. I think, it's definitely a cool spot.
No, it's awesome. I actually saw Heather win a title there a couple of years back. It's a great venue.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's definitely awesome. So you're starting a new chapter, it's time to move on. Still going to be training people. You're still going to train me, right?
Of course. Always. If anything I told you, I'll have more time now. I think it's going to be a good thing for you. I think, you'll have a little bit more time to kind of stop and, not have to go into camp and, you know how it goes when, you get into camp and it gets crazy, right? I mean, you guys. Yeah, and I like food a lot. This cutting out this and that is not working for me anymore. I'm good. Give me the bread.
Have some carbs now, right?
Yeah.
Carbs.
Well, what's crazy? I'll probably be even better shape now because I won't have the stress or the anxiety of watching this, watching that. It'll probably just happen naturally.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people out there right now that are kind of like really trying to push for, fighting in your natural weight class, right? Instead of making these cuts that are crazy. I mean, some of these guys cut 20 pounds for a fight. And
at the most I cut 5 pounds and I still don't want to do that.
Yeah. And that's still right. I mean, every fighter I've ever talked to has said that the toughest thing about fighting is the cut.
Once you step on that scale, everything is easy sailing at that point. Nothing else matters. You already won the fight.
Yeah, and you only weigh that weight of that fight for like 5 minutes.
Oh, 100%. And you promise yourself after each fight, I'm going to stay this way. I like the way I look. I'm going to stay. It lasts probably for like 3 weeks for me.
That's it. You know, you always see these guys get in there and that's a big 170 or that's a big 155. And it's like, yeah, they don't weigh 155 right now. Maybe yesterday for about 5 minutes, they weighed 155.
It's so crazy. I know people that put 20 pounds on easily the next day.
Oh, yeah. And then they come in and just destroy. I mean, it's like.
See, I can't do that. I would feel so bloated. I don't know. I don't know. I guess because I don't cut that much, you know?
Yeah, well, if you're not doing that, Matt, you know, you're close to your weight class anyway, right? If you're that close to your weight class, then it's, 5 pounds is not that big of a deal. I mean, you could drop that in water and overnight.
Right. And then just rehydrate the next day. But I used to fight at 35. I'd have to cut off a leg to make 35 again. No thanks. I stepped on the scale 2 days ago, and I normally don't. I just kind of go with composition unless I have a reason to step on a scale. Right. I want to make sure your body, you just want to go with, how you feel and composition and what. And I'm like, I've been kind of, because of the holidays and everything, I've eaten a lot of crap recently. And I'm like, shit, let me just step on this freaking scale. Man, I weighed 207. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, but in what period of time? You dropped that in probably 3 days if you really just.
Oh, if I push. Yeah, if I cleaned my diet up, I drop fast. I'll cut it out. I'm like, but, it's like I'm thinking, oh, man, I'd love to get back down to 185 and just kind of sit there, Yeah,
but you're so muscular. You could probably do that easily. Like girls, like if I put on that much, it would take me triple the amount of time it would take you to take off because you're mostly muscle.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, like I said, and muscle does weigh more. So I'm debating, like I'm going back and forth. I'm going, how much of this is just being not in, all the crap I've been eating and not being in great shape, or how much is this is in, because I've done like over the last, 6 months, I'm on this weird cycle with my lifts and things like that. And it's just crazy, odd object movements, things like that. And I'm like, how much of this shit is actually just me putting on muscle?
It's probably muscle. You know your body better than anybody else, Oh,
I'm definitely stronger than I've ever been. I mean, I'm pushing weight right now that I've never, I'm PRing everything. Everything is maxed out. I'm like, like I said, I definitely lost some of my cardio though, because
come on through. Let's go.
I'll get it back. As soon as I come back from this trip, I'm about to leave on a expedition. So once I come back from the expedition, I'm going to eat like shit on the expedition. I already know that. That's just what's going to happen.
It's kind of a given thing, no?
Yeah.
You kind of have to.
Well, you're on a boat. You're trapped on a boat for 9 days or almost 2 weeks. But, you're trapped on this boat. And it's great. I love being trapped on the boat. But, you just got all kinds of fucked up food that you're eating.
It's how you're not cooking every meal. And even that still.
Yeah, no, we have a great chef. So the chef will be cooking this amazing stuff and it'll all be bad for you. But
that's the best part.
But, it is what it is. And then when I come back, it's like, okay, let's lean out the diet. Let's start to figure this out. And then what I'll do is I'll step up the cardio. I have a insane cardio program that I usually use to get my cardio. It gets my cardio right back in like 3 to 6 weeks, give or take.
That's good. Because that's the first thing I notice. If I don't work out for like a week, like hard cardio, it's gone.
Yeah. Cardio is the quickest to go, but it's also the quickest to come back.
True. If you're in shape, it should come right back.
Yeah. Cardio comes back pretty quickly. That's why I spend so much time doing strength programs, because muscle builds very slow. Slow. Strength comes very slowly. But cardio, like I said, I could spend 6 months just working on development and getting stronger. And then, in 6 weeks, get my cardio back up to shape as soon as I finish that cycle, so it's just a matter of, you got to know your body and how it works and have good people around you who know how to help you train.
Absolutely.
I'm no expert. I design a lot of my own stuff, but I always talk to other people,
But obviously it works. I mean, you're still pushing forward.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? At 49 years old, I'm stronger than I've ever been. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Well, that's why it's only a number. It's all about how your body feels.
Well, I think, yeah. It's, like I said, it's all, you know, it's a matter of perspective, you know, and
Absolutely.
so what's, you know, so you're going to be doing some training with people. You're going to, you know, and this next fight, what's, yeah, I know you said earlier, this is going to be a dog fight. what's your,
Yeah. She's from Chile. She's got a really good reputation and record. I fought her once before. She felt that it was a lot closer than the judges did, but I'm okay with that. It was a good fight. She's tough. I like fighting. She stands in the pocket and she swings. So those are my favorite fights.
All right. So last time you fought her, I didn't see the footage, but the last time you fought her, you went the distance with her.
Yeah.
You got the decision and she thought she had a shot at it. So
right.
This is your last fight. And I think she's trying to come in and say, okay, I'm going to take this title now. Right. Is that?
Well, that's, I think, exactly it. And I think people look at my age and look past me instead of seeing like my experience level. I'd say experience is better than anything, you know? So she's harder because everyone I fight is usually 12 feet tall. She's actually 5'3". So
okay,
it's like, you know, but that last girl was short too. So I've worked my range a lot better, and
yeah,
I'm a different fighter than I was the last time she fought me.
So you think you're going to surprise her and give her some trouble she doesn't realize she's coming?
Yeah,
in?
I think, you know, I fight everybody from the same camp out there. So they think they all have me figured out. But each time I do something different, like each camp, we focus on something different to make me a better fighter. So I got a couple of things for her.
You got some surprises?
I got a few things for her.
I love it. Well, you know, I think you're a badass and you're always going to be a badass.
Well,
regardless of your fighting, whether you're fighting or not. You know, I guess the biggest question I have here, and I think the thing people will probably want to know is this definitely your last fight, win, lose, or draw?
Well, look, I never ever want to go out on a no. I could never, as a champion, you can't go out on a loss. I don't plan on losing.
Okay.
You know, and everyone says, well, what if you do? Well, no, that's not a question for me. That's not an option.
Okay.
I don't train the way I do. And to be okay, I have to win this fight. Otherwise I can't retire on a loss. That's just, I could never do that.
Yeah. And I certainly don't want to jinx you.
No, stuff like that. I'm not really superstitious with that stuff. Like I do certain stupid rituals every fight, but no, I'm, you know, you
hop on one foot for 10 minutes, you know, anything.
You'd be so surprised, honestly. You wouldn't even believe it was me.
You're not going to give me the ritual? What's the ritual? Come on.
Oh, no, it's like stupid stuff. I do really, really girly stuff. I go and I get a massage and I go get a pedicure so that my toes are very nice as it enters my opponent's face. You know, things like that.
So you're thinking
I'm very thoughtful. I'm very thoughtful.
You're sharing. You're caring. I mean, it's...
No, it's just a thing. I've always done it. The day of my fight, I have my braids in. I'm ready to go, and I go get a pedicure, get my eyebrows done, and ready to go.
Ready to rock and roll. Got yourself all ready. Yeah, I think that's got to be. You know, I didn't even think about that. You know, when you're fighting someone, you're barefoot, right? What if they got like some nasty nails hanging out?
Well, another thing is, I walk around the venue until I fight, so my feet are black by the time I fight.
Oh, really? So you're just kind of.
Because sometimes it's like super slippery, so it makes your foot almost a little bit more rough, just so you have that grip.
Yeah, so you can grip the mat rather than slipping on. Because I've seen fighters do that. A lot of fighters throw that kick to end up on their ass.
Yeah, and I can't afford to end up on my ass. So
no. Well, I'm going to be there.
I'm super excited. You got your tickets?
I do. I got my tickets. I'm super, super excited to be there, hanging out cage side, and basically,
and it's a great venue. It's a really nice venue.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been there. I'm pretty sure I haven't. I've been to a lot of different ones, some bigger, some smaller, but that one I don't know. So it'll be definitely a first time for me, and it'll be exciting. Is anybody else from Law fighting that night?
Yeah, actually, Anthony DeLemme, who fought the last time that you came, he's another up and coming in Law. He's very good. Austin.
Okay.
He's an amateur. This is going to be a great, great fight. This kid is so talented. This is all from the same pool. These kids are just on a different level. And Mike, our heavyweight, he's another one. Does not move like a heavyweight. Really, really good.
Moves like a middleweight?
He moves with Edwin. So if you can move that guy around, then you're pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Well, I'm excited. I can't wait to see it. I'm going to be there, and I'll be shooting some cool video. And
I'm telling you, you made the last one.
Yeah, well, hey, I was happy when Ray commented on it. I was like, oh, that's awesome.
And he said you let him know. He said he actually wants to interview you because you're way more interesting.
Really?
Yeah, he loves your past and everything you've been through. So he said, absolutely, whatever you want.
All right. Well, I'd love to have Ray on. Yeah, he's been he's so busy. It's like we had him locked in at one point to come on, and then I guess something happened. It was during the whole middle of the COVID thing, and everybody was going kind of crazy and stuff. People were getting sick and whatnot, and then it just kind of we had to reschedule, and then it just never kind of took back off again. But I keep busting his chops whenever I can. I'm like, no,
but I told him I was doing this tonight, and he said to definitely let him know that I want it whenever you want. They'll do it.
Okay. No, I'll send him a message. I'll send him an email. Hopefully get him on, because I'd love to get him on the show. I think, and we can talk about whatever he wants. If he wants to talk to me about stuff, I know, hey, I'm doing
talk to you about music. He'll talk to you about everything. He's very well-rounded and he's very interesting. So it'll be good.
I've had some conversations that I've and I'd like to, like I said, get him on and talk, because like I said, I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer at some point. He's got to make the Hall of Fame.
Should be. He really should be. Look, to me, he's already a Hall of Famer. That guy is just a different level.
Absolutely. And one thing we should look at is who do we got to push? Who do we got to call? Who do we got to bust their chops until they put him in the Hall of Fame? Because I think
I'll start the petition. We'll get it going.
Let's get that petition going, because I definitely think, Ray's been around a long time. He's a legendary, probably the best striking coach in the world, hands down. I won't even say probably. I'll say is the best striking coach. And
you've been around him, so he's such a humble dude. Like you can just grab him. He'll sit and talk to you forever. And the way he sees things with fighters is just unbelievable. I don't know if you saw that thing with Matt on Fight Pass. I'll send it to you. Yes. Such a good write-up. But did you see it? It was recent.
I didn't get a chance. I probably didn't see it because I've been slammed. So I haven't really had a chance
it's been crazy.
It's been nutty. But I would love
to send you that. It's such a good picture of like almost behind the scenes of Ray and his thought process, even back then when Matt knocked out GSP. He's in tune. So that makes all the difference.
Nah, he's great. And I'll tell you what, one of my favorite moments, I think it was the first time I was down in your gym at LAW MMA, and I was training with you, and I was throwing, and we're working on some combinations, because how I like combinations. I think you commented that you love your combinations. I was working on combinations, and then, after we were done, I looked over and Ray was sitting there on the bench and he gave me the nod. I was like, that is fucking cool. Ray Longo just gave me the nod.
The nod's a big deal. He doesn't give those out to everybody. That's a big moment, Steve. Yeah, big moment.
For me, it was great. I was like, wow, I was all fanboy for a minute.
Please trust me. Try having a bad spar and you leave and you want to drive your car into a tree. You just, those nods mean a lot more than you realize.
Well, it felt good. So I definitely want to get him on. And I definitely want to get back. Like I said, once I get back from this trip, I'll be gone for a couple of weeks, but once I get back, I'll get in touch with you. We'll set something up. I'll get down there, do some training. I'm excited. I want to get in there probably, after your fight, let you do your thing.
You can come down though. Old Man Fights Club still goes on. You can come hang out.
Old Man Fight Club. All right.
Wait till you see this. You're going to love it. It's going to make you want to come back.
Should I bring my fucking walker with me? Or?
You might for at the end, because they go for 3 hours.
Well, I'm excited. It'll be fun. So, all right, Jenny. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I'll be in touch, that, and can't wait to come see that last fight, see you knock out Zapata.
There we go. But thank you seriously for all your support, not just to me, to our team and everybody. Everybody appreciates you for sure.
Well, I appreciate that. And I, like I said, I'm just here to try to support everybody. And I really, from the first time I walked in there, felt very welcomed. So I think that's kind of just my way of kind of giving back a little bit. And I'd love to, anybody you think that would make a great interview that you want me to interview, please just reach out and say, look, let's do it. And I'll definitely do it. That I'm if anything, I'm loyal. So,
but you've showed me that from day one. So again, water seeks its own level. I get that. I'm the same way.
I appreciate it. So thank you for coming on, buddy.
Thanks for having me. And I'll talk to you soon.
You got it, my friend. Be good.
Stay safe.